Howdy guys, I just came in from my backyard and I was compelled to have a chat with you about a really cool thing called skills. Um, so for those of you watching and you don't know me, hello, my name's Anna, I am your dating coach. I also help you approach women and also get into long-term relationships. Just trying to figure out if I should keep the hat or not. This is amazing for spring in Australia. Right, I think I look okay. So I just did a workshop number 2, making moves towards her, the woman that you want to chat to, the woman that you want to start conversation with and build a connection with through chat and open body language. All kinds of stuff. I put in all kinds of stuff in there and it's awesome sauce. One thing that keeps coming up and I've noticed is a pattern for sure. For the guy who's really like anxious about making conversation and approaching women and like just that whole shebang, this stuff takes practice. This stuff takes a little bit of training to get into, I'm not gonna lie. In fact, even me as an outgoing person, I found that when I was I was stressed and anxious about meeting guys at some point, definitely in my early 20s, then I made the commitment and the goal to actually start saying hello and approach them and just shake their hand and just make really happy conversation. Within a few weeks, I was basically surrounded by boys. And of course, the women kind of left the premises. But the point is that I kind of worked on it and I worked on my fear and anxiety of being around men at the time because I was sick to death of being around girls. I had enough of them and I was at university at the time and I had the chance to prove it. And I'm pretty sure a little bit after that, I actually met my boyfriend. I'm pretty sure. So I've had questions like, how do I find my inner peace before approaching a woman? Or do my social skills need some fine tuning before approaching a woman? The world doesn't actually tell you, the world will never tell you that you need to tweak something up because what the world wants to see from you is that you're not going to cause any harm thanks to your physical powers, and also the fact that your sexual energies and also your angry energies come out in a socially approved way, but it doesn't have to be that way. And I actually teach you how to get into more of that happy, focused vibe that actually gets women looking at you and magnetizing that attention to you. Because after all, you are showing how you are in fact partnership material and you can get it. You can take that movement and that achievement. So much like myself, I made a training every day. I would talk to people. I was not so much practicing in the mirror. For some reason that didn't work for me. But I would be approaching people all the time. If I was intrigued, I'd be like, hi, my name's Anna, how are you going? And just go from there. Just talk life, basically. And get used to the energy. Get used to the energy and being comfortable in that energy. That's also how you let the feminine energy flow into your life. Which is why I'm rarely ever surprised and shocked that a man gets a partner after working with me, because he typically understands what it takes to be in a partnership, but also how what the feminine is looking for in him and how he can actually welcome that into his life. So it's really cool stuff. The Anna effect, people. So this is post-party for workshop number 2, and I really want to get you guys comfortable with the idea of kind of training yourself every day into that right mindset. And it's also specifically a mindset that you don't need to necessarily wait for a special occasion or a social occasion or, you know, a huge gathering or even small one to train yourself into being more socially adept at, you know, handling people and being courteous around them. The courtesy is what I'm big on as well. When you handle this every day, you don't leave it up to one big event to meet someone that you want in your life. When you train yourself every day, you do not leave it up to some catastrophe in order to open yourself up to love in your life. When you open yourself up to all that kind of stuff, I'm trying to wave to you guys coming through. Is it my nail that's not working? Anyway, when you open yourself up to that type of thing, it does not take having to be in a specific location at a specific time. Whew, the anxiety goes through the roof just talking about it. You get to welcome that energy wherever it flows through, and that's also part of that Anna effect that I keep talking about, because you're just there. You're just there. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter if you're at work, on the road, in your car, at the restaurant, talking to your mum, talking to your sister, talking to your best friend, talking to your colleague. It doesn't matter because you're already in that moment in time, which is why practicing presence is such a big deal. Have any of you guys checked out the live that I made on, I think it was on Sunday, where I was talking about how to be more present and grounded, and it works especially if you just came from a split and you're looking to reprioritize your life and refresh it. Hello Howard, hello Angela Talk. So that's how basically it works. This is not a one-off. You feel like it's a one-off because it feels like a challenge and an issue and a problem, but the thing is, you feel it accurately and you feel like it's an issue and a single problem because you putting so much focus on it. It's come up, it's manifested as an issue because you have not put enough emphasis on it or you have not prioritized it in your life. These skills are crucial. And that's one of the reasons why I point out networking as well. Networking in terms of having the right community and the friendship network, because there's so many places in your life where you can leverage resources to benefit you without trying. In fact, I might have done a story on prioritizing the inner circle and what you want in it. Of course, it's not an easy topic to talk about, but it's one that you can definitely move through. So you guys can definitely tell me where you found these problems coming up in your life. At one point you found that pain point, because these things are just manifestations of what you're not giving direct energy and focus to. So this is why I'm so happy to announce that workshop 2 was pretty awesome. I was teaching you a couple of methods to get around that social anxiety and actually remember your own power going forward, presenting yourself as awesome, manly material so that you can get a response from that woman and stay cool no matter what reaction she gives you. Bonus points to you, mate. So to everyone watching this, give me a high five, a hands up, comment that you got the idea, and I'm more than happy to give you the link pass. Otherwise, that's pretty much all I had. So, so I hope you guys are having an amazing Wednesday. We'll be announcing the third title for the workshop in the next stories. Hope you guys are having an amazing time, enjoying yourselves. I love how I'm trying to press wave on you, Howard, and it's just not, it's not letting me. I'm like, I'm pressing. Why aren't you giving me a reaction? See, this is my reaction to something not working in my favor. I just laugh at it. I'm relaxed. I'm like this. I'm going c'est la vie. I'm playful. I'm taking it easy. Now, the other thing I want to tell you guys about was this whole idea of consent. I know that I'm dealing with a bunch of people who may be coming in from the US, and you got a lot of cultural terms. Sometimes I'm a little bit confused by what could mean what. But in terms of consent, that's usually directed at the legal process and the legal system in terms of sexy time with a woman. In this case, I am focusing on how to approach a woman in order to have that beautiful chat that will establish that trust and that bond that maybe she will give you that chance to go forward and follow up on things, no matter where you are, no matter what the relationship is. But that's not actually ideally what I was talking about, because I don't want you guys to even think about the legal system yet. I'm giving you guys access to figure out how to let the feminine into your life, how to let that feminine nurturing energy into your life, and how to kind of see it in a new way, especially those guys who are, from splits and divorces and what have you. It gives you that welcome opportunity to let the woman have a say in your life, influence you, keep her, and also know how to plan well for you guys both. So that's for long-term partnership, the ones who are looking to date and have that romantic established connection and also just approach a woman from nowhere. This is also good for that, because this gets you back into the mode of, well, wait a minute, what do I actually want? Do I actually want to go after that girl? Who am I as an identity, as a person who's in my power? So many times I get DMs asking me about how things are externally in the world events, what's going on over here, someone's private fail got public. I invite you to eliminate all of that from your life. And what I mean by eliminate is block all the energies of insecurities, doubts, stresses, anxieties, all of the stuff that you feel crap about. You need to block it off. And if you find that you're in a circle or your network somewhere are actually giving you a hard time about it, you need to distance yourself from that and also communicate what you're not available for, which I also went into the workshop, so you guys need to check it out now. So when all of that is present, you can actually move along in a cleaner way into your life. And it's something that I also prioritize so much in my life. Like one of the biggest priorities I took when I started my self-healing journey, I did not know it at the time, but now we're here. I can tell you guys about it, happily so. I prioritized a clean network. I prioritized a network that would give me back the energy I was giving, that would be very forgiving. Now they're forgiving and nurturing, not very judgmental, quite smart, with ambition. They had some resources, but they would also be saying yes if I needed anything, or be telling me what to do in case if I was in a moment of trouble or issue or what have you. So that was essentially my priority and my focus. And I also noticed the people who were really happy in their lives in my early 20s, when I broke up with my first boyfriend, my parents split, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, double whammy, I know. It was tough stuff. I got through somehow. Basically just hung on for dear life with my values, and that's part of the reason why I'm here to tell you guys it's all possible. And it's also, there's also a huge reason why I believe in that whole commitment and marriage thing that you guys also are asking for. Also pop in the comments any big questions you might have, etc. So when I was hanging on to those values, I was looking at the people who are very happy in their lives. And I noticed that they were usually going for people who are very much like them, always up for a good time, and within like their understandings, that cultural norms. And so that's exactly what I did. I went from white Australians that I was trying to integrate myself into. It was a tough story. And then I looked into more Eastern people like Armenians, maybe someone from Kazakhstan, some more Malaysians. I'm going from what I remember, South Africans, like some people with more Eastern understandings of how things work in the world. At the time, it worked beautifully. And in my master's later on, I found that I had a BFF that came from, pretty sure it was Bosnia. And we had an absolute hoot. She actually helped me with my creative processes and actually get my publishing stuff out, which was interesting. If you want to check it out, guys, it's called The Chase to Cartagena, and it's on Amazon and Smashwords, so I'm more than happy to give you the link if you need it. So that was the kind of thing that I went with. But like I said before, you need to get into that training, you need to prioritize yourself, get into your power, and realize what it is that you're actually going for, which is what I'm trying to get you guys to see here. It's not about what people down the street want, it's not what your family wants from you. This is your time, this is you, this is now, this is your heart. And I went into this thing called Weapon of Mass Destruction. It sounds like an intimidating label. I don't really know why I made it that way, but it just came into my head. It is available in workshop number 2. Check it out now. I will be available for tomorrow's workshop. It may or may not be around 10ish, but I will let you guys know. Please do DM me if you need a reminder for the live. I usually give my guys a heads up about 5 to 10 minutes beforehand, so you can actually come in and ask me a few questions and actually take away a few things. So that's more or less it. That's the Build Your Girlfriend workshop, and my 2 cents on training yourself to be social when you're out and when you're inside. See, the thing is, when you work on your insides, that's when the exterior comes out. And let me tell you, it's hilarious. The amount of times that I've seen girls go for the guys who may not be above average in any way, but they know how to communicate with people, they know how to get around, they know how to use their resources, they know what's over there geographically, they are into the communication with their mums, their dads, their parents, their uncles, their cousins, whoever. That shows them that they have an awareness, a spatial awareness for what's going on in their life. So you might relate to this, guys. And it really doesn't take money all the time to get the love of your life around, because the love of your life knows things tend to build over time. And the only way you'll know that it's not the love of your life is because she'll be demanding stuff off you, she'll be wanting you to support a lifestyle, etc. The woman who's by your side will be actually supporting you no matter what. So I hope you find that useful, guys. I will be heading off. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next workshop.